This is Level Fly. It's the second game I ever made, and it's not much better than the first one. I made this game back in 2016, and as you can see, the graphics are terrible, there's barely any gameplay at all, and if I go through here, you can see that half of the levels are broken. All in all, a pretty terrible game. So, in this video, I'm going to try to improve it, and hopefully make a pretty fun game. Are you ready to see how I did that? Let's do this. After getting some basic player movement set up, I needed to start work on level 1. Here's level 1 in the old Level Fly. Apart from some weird things like a random tree in the middle of the level was pretty straightforward. It was a pretty straight path to the end of the level with some coins along the way. My planned level for the remake of Level Fly was going to be an even simpler level than that. Just a few platforms that you would have to jump to get to the end of the level and some coins along the way. So let's start making the level and adding the coins in. Wait, I don't have any coins yet? Well, that's quite an oversight. There we go, much better. Now, as you can see, I had most of my level done, but there was a small cylinder at the end that I wanted you to have to touch to advance to the next level, but it wasn't working yet. Also, unlike in the original game where there was a cylinder that you had to touch to end the level, I wanted it to be a sphere. Why a sphere? I don't know, why not? Psst, amazing reasoning. Other than being a sphere, the level end orb would shake around and glow and look pretty cool. The only thing that wasn't cool about it was when you touched it and entered a new level, there was no animation or anything, you just would appear in the next level. I probably should have done something different to this, but I didn't, and whatever. And now, it's time to move on to level 2. In the original Level Fly, level 2 introduced a major mechanic of the game. If you can call it a mechanic, that is. I wouldn't know. Back when I was making this game, I probably didn't even know what a game mechanic was. Anyways, the mechanic was that you could touch some things and other things would appear, such as this terrible example in level 2. You touch this rectangle, and half of the level appears, and should I mention in the most boring way known to mankind. This was going to be the main mechanic of the Level Fly remake, and right now I had to program it in. And fortunately, I did it much better than previously. Just with a few animations and effects, a once boring and nonsensical mechanic became a pretty cool one. Level 2 was similar in simplicity to Level 1. Except with a few of the expanding platforms that I talked about earlier. Apart from this, Level 2 was almost exactly the same as Level 1. Some coins, some purple coins which were just coins that gave you 5 coins, platforms, and a level end orb. I didn't want to introduce too much into the game in any particular level, so that's why Level 2 is so similar to Level 1. But that doesn't matter anymore because it's time to move on to Level 3. And guess what? Level 3 is almost the exact same as Level 1! The main difference of this level to Level 1 was that to get to the end of the level, you couldn't just hold forward and press the spacebar when needed. You would have to rotate around a bit, which was especially hard because my player movement was terribly programmed. It was designed to make rotation hard. You would just drift a lot even if you rotated while moving. So, if you wanted to complete a section quickly, you had to do some cool things like going through the level backwards and making some wacky jumps. In fact, I would encourage you to check the game out to see how this works, and I'm totally not just shamelessly plugging the game in front of you. Yeah, you definitely should download this game right now, what are you waiting for? Level 3 also had some coins around it and expanding platforms, and I wanted to just expand on the concepts of the previous levels, but the level was still pretty basic. Level 3 in the original game was a pretty simple level too. You just had to go down some platforms, go through a weird gate that just disappeared when you touched it, go down some needlessly large platforms, get really bored, find some coins, go on a platform that disappeared once you touched it, and then fall on a platform where the level end cylinder was and you could end the level. As you can tell, I was terrible at game design. In fact, let's completely forget this blender of a level even exists! Yup, it's now time to talk about Level 4. Level 4 in the original game was probably the shortest level in the game. You just had to go down a stair of cubes and then touch a button. If you're wondering why I did it that way, I have no idea really, but I was probably just lazy. For Level 4 in the remake, I wanted it to be the opposite of that. The new thing I wanted to introduce in this level was height variation. putting platforms up or below from where you started. And that's what I did in level 4, and I'm pretty sure that it worked out pretty well. Although it was a level that you could finish by just holding down the forward key and the spacebar when needed, I still think it looked pretty cool, especially because it introduced a new type of platform that exploded when you touched a green orb. Okay, it doesn't look very good, but it was pretty cool. And, of course, it was better than its counterpart in the original game. Though that's not saying much. Alright, now time to talk about level 5. Level 5 isn't too interesting of a level because it's close to the same as level 4, except you have to rotate around a bit to complete the level. It also features more of the explodable platforms, and the standard package of coins too. So, I finished talking about level 5, a pretty boring level. Now I'm going to talk about the last level in the game, level 6. Why was it the last level in the game? Well, it's because it's the last level in the game in the original level fly. Level 7 in the original level fly was just a cube and nothing else. Since this means that the game was basically over, I decided to end the game at level 6. So you would expect level 6 to be the best level in the entire game, and for me to put in so much effort into it. Nope. Nope. Yeah, this is the level. Like, it's not terrible, but like, I was ready to be done with this game. Anyways, I wanted to combine everything that I had introduced in all of the previous levels into one level. And why not make it a diagonal level too? You know, because diagonal is a new trend these days. I started with 2 expandable platforms that you could expand. Wait, that's redundant, cut that out! One platform led to some coins and that's it, and the other led to some coins and another expandable platform. This platform led to another one with some coins on top, and then finally another branch. One branch led to some more coins, and the other led to an explodable platform that led to a platform with some purple coins on top. And then finally, the next platform had the level end orb. Hey, at least this level was better than its counterpart in level fly. It was just a bunch of boxes that you had to jump on to get to the level end cylinder below. So, after finishing the last level, a normal person probably would have thought that the game was done. But no, it was not. There was one big change that I need to do that would revolutionize this whole game. Sliced bread? Get that out of here. This one's way better than that. It was putting smiley faces on the coins. Ah, they're so cute. And if you don't agree, I have no hope for humanity. Sorry. But now with this necessary task finished, the game was finally done. So, if you want to download it, it's in the description below. Sorry for acting professional for a second, but I just had to plug this game again. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, I don't know, do what you want to do. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I've got some nice video ideas lined up for the next little while, and I guess I'll see you next time in those videos. Bye!